Abusi ansa be ensem bebre etwagu e wo Ghana hanom si me ne wo kasai wonipa ba ko a bed na watchi asase no he's really had it on a very slopey ground no new Juaben MP Michael Baafi Ochre na yen nyina yen nim se afi na watchi asase pepepe na wo mo de Akwatia by elections ne hye so na before that no jury no wo kokeka nsem bia na amafo tim se papa we eme se wonim asem a wo kaisa so chema na ode ni dibre ebeto ho asimrahye bedwani e de ama eye na nempeso a wo gina so se mrahye bedwani eye new Juaben no ono on was standing biem just because say NPP di nkuku odi a na te se ode ni dibre beto for ma kwa se wo ye bet bisa no na se owo gidie ma papa se at some point ne de na NPP was going to emerge victorious ewo a year Akwatia by elections no emu. There have been a lot of calls say papa no said the okano no ewo say wodi ni bosha so e pani untimi embedja bedwemu embeka ne open na wia onfa ho nye den enkokwa enti se wa ba beka san se mwenku ade he has to go by his words, he has to take heed by his words na on just sit ni wo honom ebinum kwa che say parliament call a friend saying they would put it to a speaker about back then say only papa nye de enfefrio and some for say it is more likely say you're Michael Baafi Ochre and onya nye MP and farmer new Juaben about one person so and I'm sure say most of you be wondering say aden you're about back then waja to mwana waje penny and say oh okay and then finally you know said your canon ye be en sama na now has it been sacked from parliament adenti and as say no rumor is having it say or the dibre no at form and say he's no longer going to be the MP for New Juaben. Now let me shock you with this the airban in nature say era Michael Baafi waba be pacho yate ase yagiatum Ghana fo bi no mutra pacho no magiatum ebiso kire say achopan wo munyintum ye now so no de ose wa pacho na de okaka achopa ne ho no e na amanfo chem se papa we ye de aye de em se the position no ya nya amaso biem em se na wie ya ane ene adentia o say assistance now ne de se ene 2028 na ye call for by elections there is no way obekwa stand for any elections say pekra 2028 general elections enkoso na yemfa new Juaben constituency yenkwa abaton person and as MPP for cranship primaries say wo mo epe parliamentary candidate e dey man new Juaben in the name of the New Patriotic Party he won't stand enya de obekwa kogina and amanfo buza say honorable na dey because yenim no won sem na wakwa kaninti and as abrede won dey ho ferry e ka kire say you are no longer going to stand for the new Juaben parliamentary seat ni bie mana now this am wo kan nyina ne say at some point wo Akwatia by elections ni mu no eniema wo de nani hu ye no na eni susu eni enyan papa eniema bi ti say NDC for 500 cedis 1000 cedis e de sheko manfo a wo ewo Akwatia no kutupa so wo kokoto aba no emfa ma the NDC parliamentary candidate a wo gira ye wa Akwatia ne de say yebeko so na yama politics ayo monetization say the bibia ni say me be ni sikasem dia enye the future of politics enye and Twitter screens so you could see say New Juaben South MP to step down way every Ghana web now wo shen nsem a wo akruche ewo asem no ase ana say tifia asem na ase a was the member of parliament for New Juaben South Michael Baafi has disclosed that his current term in parliament will be his last because he will not seek re-election into parliament. Into a practice says Sabreya, Yenina ya Jatuma, you will say, well, no, and I am Rashabajani, Edema New Juaben. Nela said, you kwata, and Yadia, what was to be him. He cited what he called the dangerous monetization of the entire electoral ecosystem in the country as his primary reason for his decision. And tonight, Michael H. Said say amanyosem akoye sike no ama nanse nkra no so obi kwotwa ba e dey ama candidate bi kra na onhwe se be candidate ne bobre eniama obetimi aye e dey abo oman no eni adede bi ne dia ne se ya ba be fa eye 500 cedis ne 1000 cedis bi a hye na ta so ne dey na che say that is the ultimate goal. And to say way and ever koso there he doesn't want to deal with the politics is full of monetization. Yera Michael Baafi ne say ma what can say as it stands on their politics any there it's a no go area for him. Now your man say na say Baafi stated based on Asase Radio where he also apologized to Ghanaians for his pre-Akwatia by-election declaration that he will resign as MP for his party if lost. International Chema say during the Akwatia by-election say MPP di nkukwa onye parliamentary candidate bien e dia man new Juaben abeto mpeso ano eso no e no muchem say wa ba be pacho acheopa ne de atiti bia fine e ma ono akasakra e chire mu e was some of the media channels ne so say de enti e ma ne kasa no owogidie e wa rehemu MPP amanyokoni mu ene omo candidate ne say obedi enkunim because time womo campaign ya they knew the work they've done womo ni medjuma so no womo aya enu nti no mo gidi pa said they were going to win the elections. Now over as say elaborating further, he linked his decision not to seek re-election to what he allegedly witnessed during the by-election where he claimed money exchange hands for vote. International say money na carry vote na for you. And to say Akwatia by-election you call you who say ye de sika esha manfo ta so ye de wo matiko ye di piamu dojom kwana kotuma NDC o koto ye ne de we who say the future of elections e okroma no say no it's not bright we de ye ntimi nka say the future is bright into no we hu ne ntem into wada me ho so ye se hu say wa onyon kwa abodwe say hye no asensu aye den esi wo de enwanya sa we ni beba na eja na atosu de mu hye. Now was according to him, despite his party's well-calculated campaign, they still lost convincingly to the National Democratic Congress. He claims the NDC's candidate did not do enough campaigning, alleging that the NDC had influenced voters with money. And Neoche Mane say you say Akwatia is green at this point, you know. Not to say NDC for Edisika and a quadada Akwatia to memufo. Ma umukotu abano ede ema womo ane musinia na ojinemu ede amomo ewa Akwatia. Now, see, he attributed the NDC's victory in the election to vote buying, and as it stands now, na say NDC phone kuku inkunimo mudi yeni nyina vote buying omututi sika ede mankrofo allegedly that the party paid between 500 and 1,000 cedis to each voter in the constituency, which is why its candidate Bernard Bediako Beidu won. Into Muchema, Bernard ni nyina no. That is say amanfo sika kom enu nti na ma Bernard ye ewe ni ye. Now, see, we did all the work and campaigning and we were confident of winning the election. But the NDC strategies was to buy votes. Almost every voter who voted money was paid 500,000 by the NDC, he alleged. Instead of Makadadano. There's sika komu enu na yehu ye ewo Akwatia eye enanu etwemu ya. Osi, I was just telling their director of IT computer that we are all young people. If this is how we intend to do politics, then it will be strange in the world, he stated. He said name say era Michael Baafi so my eti ase say sika na wo de man nkofo no ewo Akwatia onu nkoto abane, and this is the first time all bio. So this is the first time I want TBO. We can't tell because ye ni pa say elections are cost so any idea ama say even for your MPP amanyoko ni campa ebra 2024 or more primaries ni ade yet TB and abaumia camp mko chiche sika e de mankofo na mo to abama no every delegate be aje say share na taso. So the question is, why is he making a big fuss out of it? Say I say until that so monetization be cost so or money say NDC party no, this is the first time one more NDC cash session for so monto aba ye dey ya wan ya wode dey wo kasa time na mo party ni so wo pa na mo nso mo ye bie na adade ne eye ya man ka say the future of politics is not bright. But today, this man is trying to let us know, say, I feel maybe I say, I can't say, I'm too wada, Annie. It's a feel now, no. It looks like he's now seeing from the other perspective, Annie. Say, baby, I was saying, you know, ye jaisa, sika, the mama, kofoso, munyade, or more infanto aba, emaye. And Oba say, well, say, that is how come some of us, me, I have stated that after this term, I will not seek re-election. He categorically declared, adding that elections in Ghana have become too expensive. That is, he said, the only ska, untimi nkojina MP mani ye. Only ska, untimi nkojina mampeni mani ye, because your money will talk for you. Whether any your personality and any your party, and any, let's say, your manifesto, and a bekasama, usika, and a bekasa ama. Meanwhile, Baafi has refused to resign from his position as a member of parliament in fulfillment of a declaration he personally made to Ghanaians ahead of the Akwatia by-elections, as he resigned, that he will resign if his party lost. And you know, more say more petition, and the Akoma era ban backbin, and more say more the air cobbin, they say at this point. Yerano oswenya dia obe resign enne a resign ochina enti mo kasa bebrebe ni ade nyina no enko baabia. Now let's move on na yanko ensem fufuro mu a eno ada ye de ensem bi ebeso mo efa eye papa ya wu no squeeze so yi eye Kofi Akpaloo wono ene the founder of Liberal Party of Ghana LPG and liquid petroleum gas na make am wasem the Liberal Party of Ghana or no NF founder. And I better just say Iyoko ababe tebri papai efinifie ewo kumase edina kwa kopiem we Iyoko Akatakyie. Na ye didi nsem na chi no na che se na busuafo esi supi confirm ye edema ye se eye no kra se Iyoko fo ababe fa yeyura Kofi Akpaloo edino ekọ. Now as to the main reason intia ye be fa ne ko ye ne de na ebusuafo ntimi nkyere to the extent say no mu nim ba bi pote kra o de ne ye den omo ede no ekoye. Finally ye didi di nsem no echi no update a eba na eche say lawyer ni a wogine mu ede ama eyeyura Kofi Akpaloo ababontin abekasa na nsem a woche mu nyina ne say one, there is rumor say Kofi Akpaloo to aye che no ono ene ne yere ene o makwa kodi aban sikam ena ama ya ba bechi no. The council and as a lawyer wojine mu ede ama yera Kofi Akpaloo etremu dia na chese ne yere de obi anche no. The wife of yera Kofi Akpaloo is in safe hands o ni fie awodje ne ho eje ne ho. There is nothing of that sort said maybe she has been arrested or she's part inti ni nyina no entra na ekoso social media no eso. Now back to the reason intia Kofi Akpaloo has been arrested no. Ne lawyer etrema besin de no ye nyamfa charges bi amon ye mfa akwadu bi amon say bia say but ensema wo eka nyina ne say it has got some relation to do with civil engagement bia wo call ye eko delay ye na sabre de ama wo mo ababe tebri ye wia Kofi Akpaloo ede eko. Now every way mamo unti we squeeze so Enoch Afuakwa wono the legal counsel edema the LPG founder yera Kofi Akpaloo. Now you say he has disclosed that the Economic and Organized Crime Office has yet to formally charge Akpaloo following his arrest. And he said the big can no chide ya cheno. But as to the exact thing, and I said the charges are they born you say, oh okay, ABCD and unti ena Kofi Akpaloo is in our custody no one more enyam fa bibiasa embetuja. Now, Yento also say providing an update on the matter on Adom FM on Thursday, September 4, 2025, Akwatia stated that although his client has not been charged, he has been cautioned in relation to offenses currently under investigation by the law enforcement agency. Into a trema, also won't for quite dubian born say, way, nemo, what sian and now so, oh, Amanaya aware, amana da ne ho so se eye ensem baako mienu miensa we enti na ye den ye ba betebiri wako na ka na se enra de ye bopo so no ebi ya abemu now uba say o Kofi Akpaloo apologizes for insensitive comments on helicopter crash enti na say ye kirema wa ba bonten aba be pacho ewo ne nsem a wo keka anye ebra yewura omane boama the late former defense minister woni enipa nso we ka ne ho na wo mo ekwedi juma ewo bo ase asebe wo mo ekonya helicopter crash ewo adanse krofo mu no ensem ni si ye te se Kofi Akpaloo ekotna one of the Kumasi based radio stations no eso ekon kan nsem ya na enwo so woka se se aye chin no nti e ba ne se wa ba bonten aye den aba be pacho ewo ensem a okaye no ehun now say Afogo stated that Akpaloo's case involves a civil commercial dispute that is currently under investigation by Iyoko. International muchema ensem bi ekoso ewo eye Ghana hanum say Akpaloo ehu ebo mu bi na Iyoko yes asem ni mu nhwehwemu international say ebra so say yera Akpaloo hu ebo mu bi dia o say ye hwe ne benyen ni ye kye ne na afa de etimi toto na nenum ensem ba ko mienu efa asem na ede ekoso no ehu and a lot of people are eager to know which of the commercial dispute Akpaloo enwo ede ebom na lawyer ni a wodine mu ede ama yera Kofi Akpaloo no wo extensively mu into details the tia at this point no Akpaloo is in the custody awochem say since ayetia ne nan so ne de they are still doing their investigation na investigation ne be kwa wiye no ene be hu say ya be born charge and I see here dey ye born charge but for now no ye kire mu say it is an ongoing commercial dispute bi a ekoso and ama omo de hu kwa dry dey abono now ye to so wase hono ma o say it centers on a civil commercial dispute between a private engagement he undertook. His wife isn't part of the case, but only Akpaloo, who is currently in the custody of Iyoko, he added. Instead of the kind a civil commercial dispute between Akpaloo and another person. Na sa pekwa between omono. There's a ensem abahu, but was stating a categorically say the amount for edene na ma be fun fidie 10 times so say Akpaloo eka hu bieno were disputing the fact said the woman is not part name Akpaloo nkwa ne ho so won nkwa na akwa na sem enti asat and then there he's still with the police now I say Iyoko reportedly arrested Kofi Akpaloo, a presidential candidate in the 2024 elections and leader of the Liberal Party of Ghana, LPG. Now, I say according to an earlier report by citynewsroom.com, he was picked up from his home in Kumasi. And then say Chema, Iyoko for Ababechi Akpaloo and Rayabo. So, Sabre de Shishimo and Chema, it centers on a civil commercial dispute, which I'm handling part of, and on behalf of Kofi Akpaloo before the High Court commercial division in Accra. Internet assemno Akwa drew a High Court kra dada. And sa assemno so no ade ayera ni chema wo no akasa so handle case ni bi dada. Na we so ayeden ababe bom ewo Iyoko isanse Iyoko so assemno mu enhihwemu. Sa very de ebusia na chese otimu se yera Kofi Akpaloo na swaye shi papa enye asenketwa besinde ye shede nyanti bibia enfree Iyoko for eho concerning yera Akpaloo ni arrest no but then we arrest assured say and repemu no they will definitely bring something a press release ebeboayen amayehu how things are going with Akpaloo ni arrest no by Iyoko. Finally, say there, you wait me aka say, ne cancel or kasa de amanu no, and I would say same way about to Jawachum say. At this point, yera Akpaloo is still in custody. Because say Iyoko for honoma. In semana and na no. Maybe just say it could really be linked to ECG and some sema and rap. yede ebeto embonte ema no, it could be linked to that. And so yokusua ye hwehwemu ahwe bia ensem no ebekwa kodru. And assistance now ne there, we are hopeful say the council will also be doing whatever they can do about this whole Akpaloo issue. It's say as Yera Akpaloo amafo bebre chema na chese nsem bia wokaka for him to even apologize first about the helicopter crash in ebi say that means say helicopter no so won sensem kakra ebetimi awo eye assembly emu ena ebi so chema the ECG contractor yede ema no a yenya ente wonsem bebre no ana say enwo papers ana they can say contract no and social media no so no most of us are a bit skeptical say it could be one of the reasons why Akpaloo has been detained by Iyoko as it stands now the council no so chema wo mo ebom homodin bia say wo mo ebetimi aye wo mo a possible best to handle this situation and get to the root of it. But say ya born ko do and I say the charge be a born say this is the original crime and I say we any born ya why any day they are still on it. But ya man who empopo ye ama no aya where say this could be related and I said this could somehow be to the commercial engagement akoso between or no as a private person and another commercial organization. And so far as say etimi akwa kodru Iyoko enimu no and I say high court enim say no tells how crucial asem no etie. And right now people are asking say what will be the fate of Yera Akpaloo assistance now ebusia ensem ne de utimu say aye bebre aye bubruja pa because amanfo bebre na e ka say asem wo hoi empe nipa ene pe ne ho asem because de akoye de say one pe wo be bia nche one pe wo anko na bia nche na yes asem bia ba wo be kwa akokeke bia ahwe na akwa akofa asem den e de abro nti say de betima ka say Yera Akpaloo has spent 24 hours already in the custody of the Iyoko. She say ebia the lawyers ebetimi apri bail de amano na ye nyina ye hu ba bia ensem no ebeko akwakodru because looking at it no na che say Akpaloo ankasa e na akwakopa asem de ama ne ho following de every ne cancel ho eba ne de na che say ni deal bi a okoye ye no deal no e na sabre de apaska na say hunsem bebre aba beto social media no eso a people are some are saying say he really deserves to be sanctioned because no mo hwe nsema the last time bokoke kanye ede efa helicopter crash victims no eho a it wasn't pleasant at all say no kra no e was say immediately o metimi a che na omo nche no kra na che say yehu baby a ensem no eko so right now ne de na che say Yera Akpaloo yebeko so that ya monitor ne ensem no yen kohwe video we embra na yento aso wonayu o me be ase nti gusie o me be gusie esi fa esi kokofum kokofum ehoye kofofu kokofu wa kokofum pa kokofo no mo dada wo mo no o me be adna kosi de kaka o be kaka idachi say esi kokofum na mo sisi kokofo no o twantro che kokofo no si bokufo do Kofi it was also the politics me ka asem na be si asem so asem say asem to the conspiratorial realms me we asem te no bibia be si bia nyame na menasi ti nyakopon o me ka cho say akando nyakopon nim so akwa no ba ye health minister ena o ma ase ka krebi to no kwa ho no ena Rashid ne ba kumase till God was telling him so be ye health minister na sir all the health projects in Iran continue them because it's necessary. Keke waka che kokofo ne say obema mo 7,000 obaba mu a now after the kokofo de mu na ni ato so oduro ma kom 128 cedis e da kom sika ho na de chen ya now player dem penifo best en wotwe akwa ko wura kokofo pum akokum wo mo hwe na ka say kwa
Don't take things for granted. Oh. God is reminding you. Don't lie to them again. In their politics, I'm telling you as it is. You lie to them. I'm from Kotwaba, Emma, Mahamabayeno. These were some of the lies they gave them. About the plane. They lied on the plane. They lied on the cocoa farm. Intino, sir, and one coupon so, a diabomo so, Mudia Mufankakam. Where the next remembrance. It's way that should be a
Kofi. I'm struggling to understand now, what's being here.
So, just is all to my say, me on the other to my senate because it's
I was seeing a video I share, is just a reminder of a year in Sambia, and I say the actual words of Akpaloo, a bra sa helicopter crash in a sea. Wakoke kasan same when you know for said this was a harsh statement. Nanka and what same what this are in same way ebeto mountain. So looking at a year how crucial na asem no a day etie. And to looking at it, no, it could be because of this utterances. And as a same way, I hear Akpaloo kan and no, and as I read there, Eden Wakako Piemu, Ewa Iyoko for Akatakyie. Already know in the statement of the council, Wamayati as say, Papa no, Wababe Pacho, Ewa Diokan concerning the helicopter crash. Ye share video out to say, China no, China some command on China no, and sign what Diokan so still granted. Afei Samo Bano, and woye who say, Sananka me yedins in Hunu, until was semi yedin, me ba ebe pacho. Now, a lot has been happening with this whole Akpaloo issue, ekosono, and we are so concerned about it because then you know what really was a crime. This could be one video now I share could could be one of the reasons in here. Ebia Iyoko for bedden, Ebeba Betebri no Eden no Eden Ako. We are still hopeful, say, Yebenya some pressure, Edia free Yoko for Neho, now for any councils, and so Ebe my quick update, and I say periodic update on whether he has been released, and I say he's still there because already need which are 24 hours cradada. Na yenhu babia ensemno ebe kwa kopi. Now let's move on to other issues and also koso ewo mangane muhanum say it's on the Akwatia election and anu koso ewo Ghana ha na yenyina yenim say na manfo wa reshemu ewo gidie pa say anka the NPP parliamentary candidate no ono enebedi nkunim ema yama chese MP baako Michael Baafi ne seat ekoto chacha ewo ho a say chacha you win edi na wo hu de obeye ne ho na so say de Akwatia is green Bira Bernard bedi akobeidu wono ene mrahye betwani eho honom sisia na abato ne kwa awieye no utisi mbonten so ewo Akwatia community ho a ase intitimu bi aba obi beka sa adentia ne ye omo anomokoto aba na abusia yenim de baye Akwatiafo bebre ebuofu papa sa bre de aba be ye menteme ho ase ewo Akwatiafo nankasa entem yensa ka video bi efa sansem ya ye kan eho yemohwi na yenkohwe video no na ye ba yebedi hu nkomo
Watuni wesi wa makroni ni na ama majuma sei na mo yina ma wa wodi na Akwatia are you all not citizens of Ghana? We just want the betterment of Akwatia. Obi enimno ala buy what the any money kanda and you are obi kobo obi democracy aye ni enimno enya election we ya ko na nim lawyer bedi akoso ahwan obi enimno Owona muni. What to etia? Shall show Kroma? We look at Akwatia. See ya. What you want Kroma? You know what to track. See ya. Oh, you are come the radio. Come the radio. But I have one. I don't know. I don't know. See. Most of the
the grievances of a year amanphobia or more ewo Akwatia beton peso. So me ankasa me share video ni wie no. My confused kakra because mentia say mo na moto aba na fe mu wie ya mo ankasa mo attack mo hu ide yentia say enti wo hwa the election no ekoso because the by election ekoso because the parliamentary candidate na wote so yera ns kumi eka enchini guye na tese mbremu no e wo se yeto aba eyi nipa foforo na eno na MPP for ede wo mo ana musini Solomon Kwame Asumedu wono na ma no ebubo bonidin no ono so na nimfoni eda screens so on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party NPP NDC for so the lawyer Bernard Bedi Akon enso ekogina ye na eno sese no yetie nsema maamefo yi eni nketesie ye ka dia na chese akwatiafo eyeboni aye wo mu enim papa isanse wo mu kire ma lawyer Bernard Bedi Akon kroman no aya akwatiaman no kra enya de a wote mu bi wo mu nimu no mpo omu se oyede hye kra wo firi ho a enye onemo na ene omo na te ho enye ho no wo firi na emom eye Solomon Kwame Asumedu a wono agina wo NPP amanyoko ni din mu no wono a no ne wo matena brono no so a wo boa wo mo ni ade hwe wo mo tutu niema eye yinsu edu bra na ewo se wo mo ekoto abama no munyina mayim ne ba akoma no na makoto abana ama nipa wo munye den wo mo enim no nti that is the grievances a eye maamefo yi ene mbaba awai wo mo editu monti so mo chese se yete empoano nko ade yete ahwem ane empanimfo ba mu bunu no yete empoano nko ade na yete ahwem nti se yenyina yete Akwatia ha nko ade yenyina yedi yeni ebehu ade ewo krom ha sei esanse wo nipa nye ye ne te ha na mutimi kokoto abade ma no na ne ne te ha num sei a sebe yesi wani twemu a ye ni nyawo we de ne ni twemu pa na maye den mwadi edi ejanom se sa na mo pene de a ene nyina ebe ye din ne atena ha ma me ba ko bipo de wutie ne nsema a woka ne de na chese wo ka akosi se abato a ye betu ye bode ne ade wo krom wonum nyina wo matwitwa bode ne ko ne se 93 komba besi wa Akwatia na sesen because the droid there we there I am very very critical you could see say these people are pained omo for ya omo ade ne ye omo ya papa say they had hopes senka Akwatia man omo nyina be ye omo adwen baako na omo akwakoto aba no de ama Solomon Kwame Asumedu essence wono na ye Akwatia man this year woni omo tini de so kronkron a woni omo ete wonim de ekọ de tuemu ni de ebe nyina no woni omo a na afa de eduru a wayi me ba akwa ye den de ama me obebusa say vote ne kran kasa no ekọ sen uremu a na tese NDC fu edi nkunim no womo de 18,199 votes and womu di ewi ni ye wa bra ye Solomon Asumedu nya 15,235 votes what you say aha enti say wo hwemu a 54.30 against the NPP and say wedi nkunim anesa meche yera Bernard Bedi Akon eduye mo a na chese Akwatia man omo ya papa se me ekromanfo ne kra no na ekasa say dia and you can imagine the NPP parliamentary candidate himself me chere Solomon Kwame Asumedu ene ono de ye jane so won kasa ahwe a ensem a wo beka ene yaudie ene ade a wo be express no ahwe ebe ginsem wo krom hanum say but the question is say kasa na mo kasa no ye ntiasio mo akoto aba na wie whether you voted for Asumedu or you didn't vote for Asumedu nipa no aba no mato awie ama yera Bernard edikan fadada ena Asumedu atosumienu enti say no de aya na ayeden aye ane eti munya manenka ayin sa na social media for ne kire
say yenya maninka, because at this point, gidi any kasa bebrebe, it can't change, and I say it can't turn events into their favor. Any we say it's not possible. Yeah, sakura nya de bede ebe nana. As it stands now, is this confirming something? Say truly 500,000 because ejai womankasa de share kotoma we nipa want to crewman.
Okay, so and once again you find Chiakesi and Koma Ashofo ne etifo we biara joining here live. Watching this particular video, personally I felt sad.
Okay.
And it tells you saying as much as you were 2025, there are a section of people, i.e. Omuya Gen Z babies. They are still living like they were born, and as they are still living like we are in the era of 2000.
Okay.
And by the way, I will show you video and the on the screen. So clearly, you could see said they are teenagers. Or basically first time or second time voters. Okay, so they'll probably. I'm not sure somebody mommy for. If you look at the faces clearly, we a young lady, me just we by 25 and a lady back on us we Rollins Mre, but then other lady and back share spectacles or more young. But then the argument, any video, no tea in some more kana, they were basing their argument say, Papa na mu vote against or no, a year or share assume do the fly and what down, or part say, only a netic room has seen. And also share ibusia. No boy bushing be say ofi bushia we mu and bushia we ni. These are colonial mentality.
Oh, they were talking about things he has done to help.
Oka ebushia sembi.
Yes,
but then things he has done to help. Papa no so a NDC ni no so call a polling station Akwatia a lorry station. One more horn drivers, short drivers, ne taxi drivers on. A funny port talk car more lawyer. Go and ask.
Okay.
In Tiabani said both men have attributed your friend is saying in their own capacity to help the Akwatia people. Okay. But then we are looking at who can help us in this particular critical time. Make tribalistic comments. And I'm also the NDC candidates These are stupid analysis.
Okay.
And these young ladies it's high time they sit down and realize, say, 2001 era, we are in an era of 2025 where people use their brains. So the question here is, are the internet Akwatia voters, even NPP voters, omuyo imagine say omuntuma NPP. So Osha, beginning of the election, there were concerns of low voter turnouts. Anytime bia, mamima just hint. Anytime bia aba air koso. I say aba air koso. Now at the end of the day. It's a particular place, it favors a particular political party. Now a low voter turnout, but that particular political party, I almost strong don't be lose. We saw that particular thing play out in various polling and constituency centers during the 2024 elections. Papia now Oba Parliament or Katie Hammond, he was begging people to actually go out and vote, and that was a sign say he was going to he was going to lose the elections. So. Clearly, people who did not go out to vote, even though Akwatia NPP stronghold, they felt like, okay, now is the time. Now is the time it was say NDC for a chance.
Okay.
In 24 silence means consent. It what's nice here one pray no one go voting, which means indirectly, was sacrificing the votes, I'm a NDC, And ultimately, NDC for win here. The Akwatia people are wise. They know say no. This particular 3 years are akano, 3.5 years are akano. Yes, share national cake now. We can choose to stand in history and get our share of the national cake. Akwatia baby kitwa the land of gold, bauxite, and diamond. Akwatia baby kitwa kra. Inti ye developmental issues and yes somebody to go na kwa koye nkran ye. Debi ye pese yeso yente ho de. In the end, they want their own share of the national cake. So their own share of the national cake or panel. That is why they voted for the NDC-NPP to stay in power. And what are the arguments of this lady? These are stupid assumptions. In 2025, when you are talking about politics, when we are talking about reasoning, when we are actually debating, you need to bring out your facts and figures. And let's also talk about Musa Dankwa. I was so much appalled and sad this morning when I saw when I saw a friend is saying, Juaben, a spokesperson for a Baumi,
Michael Abuaje.
Miracles Abuaje.
Miracle.
Melu support or say and the figures of Musa Dankwa and Yashi, and I will come back strong. We will come back strong, no. And one of the things you have to note is that the political landscape in this country have changed. And people are voting because of their ethnic and their tribal background. Now, can you go and tell this Gen Z babies and this Gen Z generation I'm not part to the or see TikTok and say, oh no, oh yeah, I can't. They be on yes, sir. So it's high time we look at all of these things from a different perspective. Now you say no. In some way, a question. At the end of the day, all of these things, it needs to be, if anything, like basically an idea sort of. Means okay, how best as a people can we basically have these kind of arguments at Ebekoye? But then if you keep going on this particular tangent, these kind of things basically won't work.
Abusiana just say the lane mami fuine maba way because of the fact that they didn't vote for their candidate, and yet a quimpa. They say your people and I say Akwatia minor, maybe a sebe. At this point, say if you can't beat them, you join them. Who say Mukoto Edema Solomon Kwame Asume doing now Okatakyie Parliament no lobby. Now farmer moi. Now no mukoya na say mu them. Mobile and say lawyer Bernard Bediakun no ye amanyoni a dom NDC no ena motoma na ebetimi aboa mo ama mwanya eye niema pa ewa Akwatia maya. Why not? There's no need cursing and blowing out on others. The esino enwa na yeden enwa ena esi enye a word to a wise is enough. The aye de yemfa futu ni yeden enhye ye kukumu because enye de opinion na ena breni abribi ayeden wo ebenya ensam de emuodu abusia bebrina ena
ekoso ebenya certain comments of people
Ghana hanum say if this whole Akwatia election no ehon amafo ebreche mu say at this point it's not about the party again say NPP say NDC but it's what you will gain the memenya ene de wubenya enu nti na ama nkrofo ye den esi ginaye bi etisa at this point in the yengo tietie amanfo adwen efa ensema emaba wai ene maami na womo expressing womo they are expressing their feelings and it's laudable because everybody is entitled to their own opinion and feelings but is it really relevant and I say does it really hold water yen kan is aye brofo ananse yen kan e kurinsuom I just say asema mo kan they are making a vivid point and I said they are not making a vivid point you share other people's views and thoughts on this particular Akwatia election saga being as in Kofi Akpaloo in Siechira Bemu Boniaye any other day nyinano. Is it really worth it? And I say at this point it was a mistake on the side of the people to go and vote for lawyer Bernard Bediakun rather than Yera Asumedu Solomon and na say aye ensem bebre. Now say call ensem foforo eswa na say at this point abusuya say aye ensem bebre ekoso wo Ghana hanum say. Now yen share screens no eso papa ya wo hu when na wo no who are you seeing yankasa ya de nyina agona hene on for the records Okatakyie efrifa bema wa hwa bema tintin gram abodwese voice ono de utumu se wa ye bi pa so okromo but uye ba bia wo gina na ense Ghana asase so wa hwa ba Ghana ha asase be mpa na se kro be mpa na ne atmosphere no etisese ebi kura ni ho ebi ni ha enya possible now we share screens so bones as what baby as woni abrofo ni ade we share it so see you con school of law there's a enua be ma no say wadane lawyer ni anesa ede na ekoso de ekoso nyina ne say Okatakyie free farm. They say no amayati say he's no longer in Ghana. When in Ghana, hemfa ena woko wawa bechirimu aye de no ho nsem ebetu screens no so de ama wo chemu de say no scholarship bi akanensa ama woko akwakoye eye law. Enti which screens no so a we every GH page which I know they got it from ono ankasa eho or say Okatakyie free for men's and secure scholarship to pursue LLM in the US. Now firebrand and hard-hitting journalist Okatakyie free for Mensa has been awarded a scholarship to study for a Master of Law, a degree at the University of Connecticut. Connecticut. Okay. In the United States of America. International say chema say dem Okatakyie free for akwako piemu US woko akwako study law. He said they say endru 2030 no na obi a wo Ghana krodiem ha bia ye lawyer unya case a ehu nya se obewa fa lawyer wa ultimate defend ho. Now oba se a wo say a free for mensa a student of law at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, you trying to say GEMPA, and as one of the students with the highest GPA, was selected under the ongoing academic exchange program between GEMPA and UConn. Internet so much ma ukopiem wa GEMPA dia ye padusuani a sebe ni grade no menhwe kra no Okatakyie free fa enti no school ne hweye na say exchange program a wo mo USA ne say US for ede wo mo school ya ye ka ne ho asem ye UConn yi omo de omo nkrofo ebeba Ghana abesua ade na GEMPA fon so de omo adesuafo akọ omo nso omo school mu honom na say Okatakyie free fa na yeyi no say wonye den onko. Now see the 1 year LLM program offers advanced training in law and provides graduates with the opportunity to sit for the exams. To sit for the US bar examination. Successful candidates may subsequently be called to the bar in the United States. Inti way there, I say a big fish bar the more Okatakyie free and say chema addition woko shan afe baako. Na afe baako ni wi a wo mo ebetun sohwe. Wa wo be pass nsohwe no. Say the Ghana for tro mo the law for tro mo the ne ya frɛ mo to the bar no. Sa Okatakyie free fans wo mo kɔtro no pass there na che say he will be called to the bar US obekɔ akɔ practice ne law no US and Mountain. So I feel say regarding for the record show, if Free Mensa hated that production will soon resume from his US studios. He encouraged followers of the show to stay tuned for more fearless and uncompromising content. For the records will bounce back shortly from US, he assured. International say Ochema ni jumedi a wodi e Ghana hanum say no. I friend for the records no. Ochema say enche kra obesan ahyase US and Mountain eso. Into omo mota hwe no wo mo mudi na chi no. Mama be mu we enche say we ntimo nkwana mkɔhwe Kevin Taylor ne den there be obeba back very strong from the US student. They say there MZ Kevin Taylor and Kasa so US home. Yeah. They say the US to US content any ever hewa ha. Obi any Ghana na ode wo US aba be hwehuna no. We there minsumi wo US ni bi na wonso Kevin Taylor so wo US ni bi ntenne. Firebrand mo fan her so na yenko but amanfo achemu said this is a great achievement because you sure Okatakyie free for the political turnout so me can say the professional turnout no we knew him to be somebody way back or call TV friend saying radio and TV XYZ near there diko PMO angel and afa de ye hwe ya ne say wodi akosi for the records so and I say to me say amanfo bebre na mpo ne ka say oh angel ya we feed him. That is the end of his career. We won't even see much of him. And then they obe put it up for the records. Now, what if for the records? No, so no. Now, net when Kevin Taylor banter for banter. What you know anyway? They be anyway. But I think that sometimes the way you portray yourself, when a man for be feeling so we na kasa diyan no betimi offer. But let's look at the achievements here. A lot of congratulatory messages has gone through for Okatakyie free and it looks like some two are really surprised. Ebi ka say inti sa o to ye dede nyina no sa wa bin sa because for him to be the best student with the highest GPA was school mo no my best selecting the na say ken kwasa or kasa but or sand the inuma edi ne kasa no because recently enche BSF 2 months and 3 months and beto just say yes ofi campus eba national security for ekwache no ne ade be ye when am for the school ya o kwe enya ade papa bia I remember clearly say there were even rumors on social media says watina school mo sa amount for graduate na say wa bon. I'm sure you heard some. Me sure pastor wa hwemu TV and now abon started na school mo no menye ne bongo ideas and his crew members they were making such allegations near there on social media, but it looks like you say silence means consent and silence is golden. One beka ho hwe no we are all seeing the evidence of it. Ebia when so Yebeka say he went to bribe the school authorities to take him to Yukon so they are na chese sana ebinum so betimi aka no, but this is a very big one for Okatakyie FIFA. Man, a very big congratulations on that. And nothing else for some time now. Yente nana doma hima nana way there yo ne backers for no.
Nana mi bisa. And the backers and I big questions.
AI backers. AI backers.
It's a call to assume. So we need to want him five.
Obey AI backers.
But then before I say, in fact, let's say a very big congratulations to him. For those of you who don't know, even having a higher GPA in school. And yet easy at all. I'm talking from experience. You know, some of us learned. Each who say, hey, say a GP in school any that's number 2 and number 1. So it's not easy at all. So he is really done well, regardless. For him to get the 1-year scholarship, a big deal. But I'm also concerned about how rapidly we are actually losing our people to the United States of America. Mino Kasevim lady, I think for the past 3 years, she's not been in Ghana. Or no put the show from there. So I don't know. There's something which is going on currently. They say, Kamia Koye say, "Nkrofoni na ubia US." And let me give you the reason why this is happening. Ekruma say shini. There's nothing here. Oh, what I say at a point in time, no. I say we still time. I don't know if what I'm saying you get it. Because at the end of the day, no, ejumeni ho. What I say, na sena government, NDC government abano. In as much as Okatakyie ya there, no. How long can he actually survive of this, if anything, social media, Facebook, streaming, and easy, sir, and that film. Do you get what I'm saying? And that film. So for him, I think this would be a very smart move. Say, okay, and me movie out of the country, at least me movie out as a law student. And Okatakyie has been in the US before. What's now sana all back down. Until he been there, no. Eja obitima ye juma or your students so exchange program. You can do some part time. Company in fact, a lot of people are in US. Pop skin in US. D crime. May catch the number of Ghanaians or more US. You really be shocked. This tells you a chronopa the I empty.
That should be
exactly. Until now, if anything. Oma babe flash it through, but then Charlie, as it is right now, Niema ensured and Kuyisa. So Okatakyie, if I really understand where all of this basically is heading, and at the end of the day, I believe Senator Elkono, it is he believes I believe what he's doing, he will believe the right thing for him, and then what we can say is just a big congratulations to him, and Nyankopon ending in him yes.
Well, do you think we are waiting me to landing if it were US? Would he come back?
Oh, definitely. She has stayed there, we're back several times, so we're in the news. But my issue here is how rapidly we are losing our people to the United States of America. And it is not just them. You know, sometimes ultimate Ghana now be someone say intimate crew hapa de ben pa na meye. What you say and can say oh yeah entrepreneur. What you say oh entrepreneur it sounds so difficult. Imagine say oh brilliant idea, oh yeah business. Now for the business no 1 or 2 things be as a business no and so you need more capital. Then you walk into the bank and tell the bank say oh bank I have this business, see my credit is good, this is the money I receive, but I need more income. Now bank I show you say when your fire service in TMA wiska. Common sense. Now bank in fact Personally, it has happened to me. Tibo say most of us were brilliant ideas, but I can't them. Why? Because Obeko bank beka say papa unya fire service, unya police personnel, unya abanti cheni intimi mawiska. So all of these ideas no consume. Whereas abrochi o credit here, okay, now once a uye juma nkwa they don't care about collateral, meaning about obi mbesho fee, obi nkase be parke o car, o kona yedbe mau, o kope yedbe mau. But here in this country, it is something different. It's, among most of the people anka who could have actually contributed something positively to our country. Obia nye any tick room has see any the aircon side is a very, very sad issue. So I think that's one of the things I was saying, because very soon we may lose all our best talent to the United States of America. I say I'm making a very serious issue. We may lose all our best talents to the United States of America. But regardless, I think it's a very huge feat for him. And what we can say is congratulations. Yeah.
Well, that is a big one. Yes. And, Yamano, congratulations for landing this opportunity to study in US. And God being so good, no. So to me, pass the law exams, they are not just say, a lawyer or can't the US lawyer bar association said the US bar association said there. So at this point there, we could say Okatakyie FIFA is on the round. We are a bit more train Ashe Kevin Taylor ne can say and then the reaction obey de afa this whole issue we so at this point in the Okatakyie FIFA he's really done a very good job, and we appreciate the Nema now. Yen share sa video we Emra.
And Bafonia Jumaya or Guadana, but then I assume I do. You papa, what doing West Wama Crony? I'm Juma say, no more you never are. What do you know? Citizens of Ghana, we just want to take government of Akwatia. I like fire. What's the end of monument?
Abusia, that was just by the way. I feel and Sema Abekayen Sani because Ghana yate then this is something good for us. It's answer Yekopiemu ewo Germany in the voice of an Asante German. Yekopiemu German there. Now just some good thing is really coming out and from there. And then ekoso ye be better screens no so the amount ama wahu their air koso because we there esewani and say ye can history has been made where you can say intense and ya dear regular a tie sisi say ubeko obi man so pa na si dear but and shadan ye regular what I say the be patch no and you say being see there be a sida but this is a good one and to their elbow manager say some naming of streets be akoso ewo Germany we share screens no so or say Anton Wilhelm Amo streets Anton Wilhelm Amo Street. And you know, who is this Anton person? Whatever. What you say? Anton Wilhelm Amo. Obega say nasa Anton there has nothing to do with Ghana. Wilhelm also has nothing to do with Ghana. But Amo is like a Ghanaian or
yeah. So apparently it had to do with someone or a Ghanaian who have contributed immensely to the German community, and we are learning he happened to be the first black professor. Okay. The first black professor, will be putting up what he did and how, and I think Ghana is scoring a lot of big wins. Just recently, they named the street in Toronto after Sankofa, and today this. So there are two screens, so let's see.
Sha, was say Berlin, which is in Germany. Or say Berlin, Germany renames streets after Ghana-born philosopher. Say rename and I say streets ni wodin dada. And say streets ni wodin, but they've renamed it after a Ghanaian-born philosopher. Now, see the local council in the Central Met District announced in 2020 that it wanted to change the name of the street from Moore Street to Anton Wilhelm Amo Street after the first black philosopher known to have taught at a German university. Inti German, Mr. Antony, yet to say bia or you're just a philosopher, but or no, and the first black person, the first bibini, our trade, Germany University. What I say, first bibini, first black person. He happens to be a Ghanaian. Our trade, German University. Now, say Anton Wilhelm Amo, born around 1700.
1700. Whoa.
Yeah. Born around 1700. Yeah, I'm seeing clearly. In what is today Ghana? Internet said that time there was Gold Coast. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was Gold Coast. It's believed to have been sold into slavery and then brought to Europe. And the slave trade Cape Coast, the gate of no return near Duafem, near the Makotoponeso, near the Moko, Mamube, or Quamuni, Yimuatu, Inshoni Muni Adenyanano. Or no Ekankofona, slave trade, Eduamuko Piemu, Ewa Europe, no Ebe. Or say Amu later had the opportunity to receive an education that took him to the prestigious universities of Wittenberg, Halle, and Jena, becoming an important figure in Germany's Enlightenment period. Into Muchema, Yadene Koya slave trade no. Sabe, Kokoya, the Drew Baby no, when ya Quanya and said, Obeko Squa Cosia de. No, and a boy manico pie muo, is your poa Kessia, to say Wittenberg, Halle, any Jena, and nay Ukopiemo Germania. Is one of the big a year is your power a war a year Germany mine emu. Or say Sharon Dodu Otu, a British writer and activist who lives in Germany, unveiled one of the street signs alongside District Mayor Stefan Remlinger. Internet so much BBC 4 energy sans same way yede ebeto mountain. So now funny enough, the BBC writer is also a Ghanaian. Sharon Dodo today. Ghanaian and HM say or no at Germany ho. It will no and I just say when who says and yonko Ghanaian yetimi din at to streets so there. Then the world must know about who this person is. Ni nyuma waye ne niema waye dem. Why? Or say Anton Wilhelm Amo Street stands for solidarity, for appreciation, for a truly appreciative remembrance of African people in 17th century Germany. Amo was just a child when he was brought from West Africa, Otu said. Internacha say, Edentia, wamode street na to no chese, wabone humode, ompese, wamudi shene ni monyam, say, wetimi, abeboa eye Germany my son say you didn't call Germany no na usakra na so the impact onyiye ebe make ye no e wo Germany no is unbelievable. So I think this is a good one.
Yeah, and I think it all boils down to opportunity. Sometimes we sit back and take things for granted. There's a popular adage said, "You nya impaired, your pay is nya." So for him to be born into a slave trade and into slave trade, and as he was sold at a very young age, he had the opportunity to say, "So, oh, A, B, C, D." And, this is my life will end up like this. But then he said, "There be, things basically have to change." And then he fought his way out, and then Wabaya Bikina. We are talking about centuries, 1800s, and yeah, 1800s. We are talking about almost 200-300 years. I would also the 100, 700, 8,800, another 100,900. Yeah. So almost 300 years. We are still remembering him. What he has, and I think the Germans are in a position right now where basically what they want to do is they want to actually rewrite history. And then before about your program, I was reading more about the World War II. And I was shocked to see, to know and read, said over 60 million people died in that stupid war. 60 million, catch your crown, Jinji. 60 million, Adaya, me pass we me co country there, Ukraine, Russia, any degenerate here. But a started with German, because German annexed France, and annexed Austria, and annexed Norway. Into UK, na UK say NTS. And Japan also was annexing different countries. Japan was annexing different countries. America said no, it violates human rights. And Japan focused Bombay, Pearl Harbor. And America forces Sumuji and America so declare war and if anything, Japan atomic bomb near the idea the ebemu. So clearly you could see say opportunity idea when people have opportunity to do something better, it goes a long way. As 60 million people, that's like the entire population of Ghana, Benin, and Ivory Coast combined, wiped out because of somebody. So if someone chose to live by a solid means like this, it is worth applauding. So maybe will be a funny career in CA, and at the end of the day, too, I think that this is something that we as humans we need to actually celebrate. Inti ekrom hasi as ye kon on abake obake ne akwaba broni die enwonwo
bibini anko broni man so akoye bibia ma we acknowledge me sure say na busuafo anko pere say oh na ye papa ye say nti I think say recently bibi sa na see na me say hospital bi o say den yemfa helicopter crash, you move victims back and to suicide there. But I believe that once you do something diligently, when the time of recognition comes, you'll be recognized duly. And now put them in video be ana you say gadang before man you do a coach in airport or so drama for welcome. Hey baby I
drama. They want to showcase their culture. Anyway, you're moving on straight to the camp of the New Patriotic Party because there's something going on with some apology letter.
Yes, Abusiana Chese, the New Patriotic Party were more at the press about Betu Mountain. So, recent a year, abattoir, a course so, tete say a year NPP for our third vice chair. NDC for so womo penny ba ko de buania na nya asem ketwa. And even aside that, we heard that the minority leader in parliament Osahin ayi can say afenyo marking ya threatening the life is at risk assistance now no na MPP for dey won krata aba betu monten so to sha or say for immediate release. New Patriotic Party condemns threat of death and physical assault by NDC officers. Or say the New Patriotic Party condemns the threat of death against the minority leader Osahin Alexander Afenyomaken, the national organizer Henry Boache, Nana Boache, and Honorable Frank Anodompre by the first national vice chairman.
Oh, not Frank Anodompre.
Yes,
I never knew. I thought say it was just a friend saying because the man in question, the course, this what really brought out all of this into us.
Yes, and not just say from the look of things, the first national vice chairman of NDC, Chief Sofo Azoka. and Alhaji Abdul Wahab Amadou, the Ebuakwa North Constituency Communication Officer of the NDC. So omo akwa akobo or sahin afenyoma kings omo akobo ne ntrehan efa ne nkwa ehun together with Henry Nana Boachi organizer Eniera Frank Anodompre. Now say the party the party further condemns the unprovoked physical attack of its third national vice chairman Alhaj Osman Masawudu by Chief Sofo Azoka and his notorious hoodlums into so much nyame ekoso no na eni enyan pa na NDC for no third vice chairman no or no na teso mu chirema wone ne mrantie ekodi sa etutru asem ewe or say such violent conduct by no mean a person than a national officer of the ruling party and a constituency officer diminishes the gain of our democracy and has the potential to create further insecurity in the country in the face of Ghana's recent decline in the Global Peace Index ranking. Into omuchema already nankasa no ababe tuto monten so se Ghana se bano ahobambo nsema yabafem na sese yenkwohwa empanimfo a sebe muka bi ewo mu na modom amanyoku akuku dame wo krodiem ha mutimi ede mo fore twitwa sem wei mu ewo krodiem dia na chese eyade a entwa yie. Now see the party will formally lodge complaint with the Ghana Police Service against the mentioned individuals. We are also calling on the Inspector General of Police as part of his post-election actions to immediately arrest and investigate Chief Sofo Azoka, Alhaj Abdul Wahab, and the other person captured in the videos widely circulated in the media. Into Mujema say there, Wamo Ede, and Seminole Equakoma, IGP Hoyonu. Say, one shan when ye be den, and fanfa and sem na things, one per se IGP in any manumuyano, or ma ye kote bre Azoka. Ene Alhaji Abdul Wahab eni nipa o mukeka hu nyina na emra no etimi toto omo ano na asotwe bi o wa ye de emo so the recklessness of the actions of Chief Sofo Azoka and Haji Abdul Wahab ought to be properly investigated and punished. Nti that is wo mu chema e wo sesa ade ya wo mu immediately when was ye twentwen so kra wo mo eche wo mo isan said wo mu ye ene de na enya dia efa emrakwan so we krata we Justin Frimpong kodua wo ye chochofo edema NPP amanyuku no ena nensa ehya ase na tese enibre has come nana the course we amanfo bebre condemn say it's a very bad act say mpanimfo etesa will be indulged in such brutalities. But do you think say the call for their arrest is necessary?
First of all, issue be bad. We need to look at it from the root cause. What is the root cause of all of this? By election, okay. Then after markings, a year chief, I was a mere finidi, NPP third vice chairman or no, together with other people. Mako MDC headquarters and NDC head office, Akwatia. Mokoya na mu yi poster ewo inside the yard. And the people kept telling you, say, I didn't know mo yesa, eha enka polling station ho. Mo infi na mo why. Mini aba. De yesi we nya bibia mma wase a ombo ne kro no. If anything at all, that alone is gross disrespect. You can do it outside. But for you to come into my house and begin taking posters, no. Me and if you now yes, I'll meet you again. Straight. Because I don't know what is in your head. Why posters near? What are you coming to do? And the people kept on telling you, say, there are more yano. A hase in your polling station. After your marking, you should have known better. Muye na mokoye. And almost reinforcement buy. You buy ni bishan ye bisawo a year a friend is saying NDP third vice sana uhuno video on the screen say buy sana be yes adi now he wants to play calm. Meanwhile, on also yenim so ba be jimi wo ho Into a summer reinforcement from northern region say, bra be share papa way. So that's the video I watching. And no bisa say, "Wono I don't know be yes come no see your mother." Your mother. And okay, so ultimately nyashe and OP piano. Let us look at the root cause. Any sensible person will have given this NPP man a huge slap. Because what you did, no, it is tantamount and also paramount to what? War and massive violence. But then no, they want to play. They want to your friends say play the victim card here. Oh, Moshe yeah. Moshe say ni say. But then let us look at the root cause of all of this. Say bibi anko kanka bibi njiji say. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Yes. Ablekuma giya ye kan yen kan wie ye. Why na ho pia journalist e ho ka eko pia nkofo say menyi say. One na di kan ko yi pepper spray. NPP people are the first people to always pull the plug. Now, so when they meet them with force, now for the page almost a critical example is what Wontumi did. They will cry right now. They always like to. They want to start the thing and run away. What can Tokanu Jani? What can Tokan? If NPP was right, they will have condemned the actions of their NPP vice chair first. You know somebody could have done that. What will be fee and what could be office? Oh yes, I need pani nimo. Oh, Jamuso Musunu Yisika Jiwasuma Kwefi ho. We are with Jan Miki or Shemax. Ubeshana Ubi we lose Wasumba all because of elections are about lose. So MPP should rather check its members. If what I'm saying me are wrong, I can't share me. Who triggered this? What am I saying?
Somebody can trigger you, but it doesn't mean say some unim say emran edi ejuma okrum ha. Say my bet trigger okra wo fia. I'm not sure say emran beka se kumi free ho.
What be me fie? Listen. What be me fie? Forcefully.
Say a poster no why something harmful.
Me ma example unim ni petri mu. What be me fie? Me tie me twa ntro. Me like I'll not go around and beat around the bush. Ube me fie, number one, without invite. Maybe I know why you're but if you forcefully jump wall and I enter into my parameters, or enter into my parameters, so ban also force me me boat because at that instance, we need what you are coming to do. The best thing I can do is to ask you or question you, hey, Master Coin. But if you keep on forcing the door, you receive a gun. Straight up. Because all ban me in chain, I won't be coming name. Now we are the handcuffs are Tony, the court, near the back near do you know you need more mob. You will go straight. Internal main force ember will fear ember certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. See a studio, you were hey, obi ban off or raha forceful, no, or ban on why you post an idea, near bisa, dear now, you know, go so, yeah, my friend, Bibi Kasa straight. Oh why we are? Do you know what you are coming to do? Yeah, and chairman why and chase kind kunye. You will go. So MPP should be asking themselves what triggered this in the first place. They should want that NDC man. Is it not the same NDC man they call Bruno Wabilukmanov? And I know
yeah.
Until the by-election be a bebo. By-election be a bebo. By-election be a bebo. You can so any pay a landlord a pen once a wamba. Castle landlord amba. On pen once a did kakra fine in this no. What's the uncle? Woman organizer Akwatia or dream on any bank.
No, so any woman organizer.
Or pray for a national women's or a woman organizer for MPP. You did kakra fine in this what if ye.
So prayer doesn't make a.
What do you mean by pepper spray people and expect to go scot free? What my want to tape up and some accounts? If you do, we'll give you 15 years. You finish you. If you're a pana and then no, there's nothing wrong with it. So what yes,
And then say, wabu.
Yeah.
What 12 forms or what 12 forms. It was to say, assistance now, according to Nana. Then you see there is no need dragging a IGP into this whole issue.
I said the police for Obeka sana police for arrest papa. Time omo call ya omo kwa you post and I didn't know police for anye. You see, we should be sensible in this country. I say, I'm not see whatever happened now on both sides. But then you be saying who triggered what.
But two wrongs do not make right.
Who say two wrongs do not make a right, but one wrong make a right. What buy the mouth? Maybe I can't do not buy the mouth. Maybe pay me one same thing and they be a man me soon so me home. I'm telling you the truth. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. Maybe pay me one same thing. I mean my typical example in next story. So one issue also happened to me. I remember say one time na me drive it. So as I was driving, and a motor rider. I just said, I think na me curve, me be see curve him. Inti no the full speed e be me and also ma me kwan no. Ono the full speed about e bra onim say me tie pie e curve no. And a U-turn no. And I me fina me hear them me curve. Akwai ba ya speed no dey bono hunyansa e slow down time am ye no no bobo car nim enya me windscreen yi obebu no na me do nyame that time he tried to hit it benesanka na ono no okọ no ohun full speed na car ni di ni chi no me do nyame. Do you know what he did? He had to bush nim me chen bi kitikiti small thing of full speed na kwande bana. Obe say me friend say me windshield. Oh. Oh dey to aso. O show full speed na ye dey banner. En kunu ye change tikiti bi. No by far a friend say other side na afede onu awura bush na okọ park here. Obe kasa. It no me nua ba it is what it is. Yeah.
Abusia your concern for so they are o share screen so abehun say it's more like a prison galore be near there dey. Obebusa say e dey porting na ekoso enche ebia no na ebeto oja say President John Dramani Mahama wa grante amnesty dey ama eye prisoners binumo enrada ehun say binumo piepie di munsem ene ade ebremo. Now me no wo ka say papa panimu a nimfie ekonanim yie pa wadi mfinhia eduoson mienu metwe 72 years no so ede afiase a was serve a year 51 years eduonu baako jail sentence no waba abonten aba be kasa na nensem a wo ka ni nyina na chese we da mampani John Dramani Mahama se papa say wetimi amanu enya ne famu
and what is so sad about this is the man said no ko patent kwa no ko patent kwa and what dem 51 years I think when yenkohwe video we ye ba ne yento aso and this man is out courtesy John Dramani Mahama
and da o man panyi amnesty ba no yes Kofi na fa okokodi be bisa anya bia den na do ba afia
utoko na di me ba
and to cross say
utoko say madam obi na obi the bottle one and I miss I dey know yes and the bottle na chasing and I miss my ball actually na oto and I also a baby
na say to come no na nipa no e mo aka baby it no ya ma fie esen ana say
me free condemn e ba life asana me ba sentence na I can't 2 years asana makona amnesty exam say 2 years
na say obaye no what them in fie edo esen
me dem 51 years
51 years
na me dem
what the prison court 51 years
51 years na me dem
okay now one so wonya fie say
72 years
72 years na say utie ye nua ola amingo amnesty ene aba o Kofi no agent na eja no na say what the prison court 51 good years 51 good years and wada efie ase and o man pani excellency John Dramani Mahama ne amnesty eba no aka no o Kofi ono aka say e wo fie 72 years let me go 72 years they say oka abusiafo ho na o ma che abusia no ukwe eden na okwa akoye no nso you say
first of all mega president ase mega na se pa na ko amekoro so je ekibia no metimi abombode se bemba o ye bemba ate se obombode ma kokokra de na so metimi ye yakopon fam de
you baba kokra de so metimi yakopon fam de wona go ba bi se wa say we say 51 years no e central ha say nko an wada 51 years and na ko station ahodo
me ko Washaport
oko Oshaport
na me ko Usam
And Sawam
21 years.
as one quiet 21 years.
21 years.
Okay.
As I'm about Master Central Prison.
Sanya do back my central prison. Let's say from Oshafort. And you do Sawam and I feel you do a baby Kumasi. And a Kumasi I do buy and no and then that ye job Ama Akufi. And I'm going to crowd a day now become at a prison officers. I know
the me person can say Madam Masi. Say the mutiti a year. O kan kwadia a year. Mutiti kama. Na me ka say mo titi kama na me boa. Mutiti kama. Ade anye mo ka say we enye. Sa na me hu no. Madam Masi pa say muna muye mi papa ni mami. Sa na me yale a muna mudi mi ko hospital. Bibia me ko bia mo Madam Masi.
You are I'm going to get that sipa. You can say abra and amnesty and as you just say Kofi no. You can say Okabusia ho. Na the opso ye bia na go for one memo esa. So you that
Yo. The Masi.
So that has been the regional PR unit on amnesty today. And as you can see, we have our immediate boss.
Quite intriguing, you know.
Yeah.
The actual video maybe there's a lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
And one. I was Mako prison 21 years. Now my back at the age of 72. Now say my spending 51. Abrabona papa no one mobile.
It depends on how you want to put it.
One wo ba when feel like a man from password grow baby omudi
say interna make catch say if you ask no biane you see you can't define life based on one thing. But then the man the issue is see no the head and tail is it's a very sad thing. Until we share the head issue so na omo ye den na obi ni obi eko. Iti obi ni obi ko no e na ono ko so kopata. Nti okọ so kopata na nipa no asa nipa no eto share no so za wo kra de na be pata wo ye hwan e na ode ba no ti ode bottle chase no e na ono so ye den o man the blue to man the blue no na nipa na perform nipa na ewu nipa na ye ewu nti e ba ne sa na wo say ye ba nti e ba we asema making 50 years ago chepe ye 50 years ago, like
at
somewhere
21, boys.
Yeah,
like.
somewhere 1979, 70s more, late 70s more, because now a rolling time. It's a ban as I say no. Let's say a death sentence. Almost yeah, no must be kuni panti death sentence. It's ye bibia emani demu, and our fight here pillar far. It's ye then of course here command a death sentence no. And then me say yanko pardon ku more time or community a year death sentence no, and a death sentence no ebe a life sentence. So the death sentence became life sentence. But the good thing here was that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, oba power no, and I said, Opache say, you see, and one more life ni na, our ma serve sa term no, our ma chair no, or when over 70 years, we shall we no by now be eligible to for that particular pardon and a parole. In Bape quite no party, so no put the na can 2 years, no be sentence no. When you can commit in a long time, 4 times, say, okay, you know, you need from death sentence to life sentence, and a life sentence, so around 50 something because of appeal. It's not kind of 2 years of BP, and I say, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a year and a SUMP. But clearly, no, at age 71 years, see, and what Banner didn't say he's preparing, Obeka says he's preparing to die. But then people can actually live to 100 years. Yeah, any present can be breaking do 70 years.
So what I say, because okay,
we don't know because Abba say krano, say your classmate, or papa, your friend, do if someone was your friend with 26 years, I know with 80 years, it was na ya so I wonder the way forward for him. But ultimately, in Australia, no patches a prison one, they took good care of him. He's talking from Ninyaj no Okasa, but Osha on also experiencing what is outside, what is what is in the outside world. What experience what is in the outside world? No, most nije. But to him, no, yari didn't go hospital. And see, young kind of credit. People who get sick here are many prison.
Oh, but
exactly. But we wait 51 years. Yeah, no, very nice, handsome man. So I say, I just say, no, a year such a certain, but then ultimately we're back out. And let's, you can say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for this particular thing. And then let's also be very careful. Honestly, no, Ohun so obi ni obi ekwa in as much as obe pattern e was so sunsun ho. Me amiti de bia me de me ho ye example. Ati ase nearly can me consider one prison all because of obi ni akomeyi me kwa dem anya hwiu.
Trotro diaries.
Manya he me ana me pattern tokwa no etiri a eye madam fo no ebo mate ne hwe from okola si efi se webu no na me jimifo so nu po me ko jani chikan say dwane and o say into me kan say ran no na o kan say oye ni sase sen na me so on sheda nye on nante boko say okonechi
no onyifa
into oyira pe na me so mayira the yejimi ntini enim say nkofo so gina because the truck car was full into ade na esi akwane da nyina ye hwe ye pre no ntimi sorry ti me kan ye akwane oye esi no eno no di kan say after he was retracing his steps into no nankofo obi di echi ma na balan into o retracing his steps ofi hu cha ofi nchen kakra na me so me yes me tumi na yeso me say boom o kwan hey o jani o ne ekoche no ye de ne ba nchen me so anya me na no say anya o na o ye be o na o ka che ne say ondwane muku nipa no kunipa enye mem kon se kunipa na o so ondwane
violence
na me nua ba me whole life
different to sad down
ya bo me
sa
ya bo me say ya chi konfo se ne ya bu konfo no to ada it is a very serious ya hwe me papa me no ayayayaya eni yi pan eni yi brush en bampa bui oji wa na waji wa ha ye butu ni asa wasa to fem ansa na nyankopon ka obi akoma na nipa ne di pure water mini me bi onye fie ye di gu akwa na kwa ne ye akwa na afedi e bi si
me na mini
makoma tu ye say intimi ampa na me call present so you see that little mistake and can me no want to ha. So sometimes patience, yeah, there we need to take it very carefully.
You have to stay in your lane. Yeah. So yeah, moving on. No, na say we obi a udi agro e social media no so pa unim the ins and outs of social media. You realize that there is this hashtag trending particularly on X, formerly Twitter. Which is the Haruna effect.
And I'm not really shocked that this thing is going on. You see, NDC have realized the NPP is going fast with their flag bearership race. And they don't want a situation whereby another whole confusion to happen with NPP, to happen with NDC. And the best time to do that is now. I didn't make us because you see, people have positions and they would like to protect it.
Okay.
Into say elections, ya drink up benkum ni say choose Haruna Iddrisu. We be contest here, you be you position if you sir. But you're trying to acquire the ending of the term. I have nothing to lose.
Okay.
So I can contest, I can do a division about party. So what Twitter currently, what is really trending number one? The Haruna effect. Haruna effect, trend number one. And it tells you currently, say, MDC is really pushing. I can't just say, one more NDC flag bearer ni Haruna Iddrisu propose by Musa Dankwe and the running mates
Atuforsin was the second.
Yes, so Atuforsin as the running mate and Haruna Iddrisu as the flag bearer. In the NDC for podi omo trying say okay mu de muyi ba umia na be man Haruna Iddrisu na Atuforsin because economist to economist. Muyi kene Japan ba be mamo esi edin ketia ne okututa blaka. Nti de mbe fe bi e be mamo. That is why this particular thing is trend. But yen to also.
Yes, nti abusia ne said na nachemu no the Haruna effect no trendy and said wabobo bi su dadampo about how people are perceiving say the next flag bearer for the NDC could be Haruna Iddrisu. Now yensha screens so or say Honorable Haruna Iddrisu led Ghana's delegation to UNESCO's 2025 Digital Learning Week in Paris. He reaffirmed Ghana's AI in education drive and announced a national AI strategy to train 1 million youth and 10,000 researchers by 2033. Hashtag the Haruna effect. They did not just say, we should say the near Messi Koya dea. Not just say, Yenim say Haruna Iddrisu currently will know any education minister Ghana in the quest to enlighten and then help his sector ena wokopie mu ewo Paris na UNESCO for digital learning week ehye so na emu honom no ena wakwa aba je se wode etu dwa se Ghana yenso AI ye kokokosu yi ewo se yenso ye de ye ho ye de agimu ebie nti waye kradom se emebunu baako 1 million ye bema wo mu akosua de de afa ye sa enioma no eho ena afi nso no omo amoye research na de be 10,000 de ebedu 2023 no omo nyina ye de wo mo afa entitie mu a ebeboa esanse se no AI very soon will take up everything me ameti ebedu baby kra na am say the AI replace me umbeto me se meti abeba na AI biti ho ma mo update wo de ekoso wo Ghana hanoma ebe o se nipa but baby keka kono na say any AI but omuwie ye no sha say o say #Haruna effect na say no Haruna effect no agi baby ya ukwa NPP a say connecting and oba NDC so I say them Haruna effect na say at this point
on come ba umiande
ni de apeki
akana mpe na eba umiande no
me dem nim say apeki
na ba umiafa na ba umiamu terms you know yes also okay no count yeah
I see
yeah
abusia ntina say Haruna for NDC 2028. I mean, that is what people are projecting and that is what people are portraying. Said in Anaka Global Info Analytics, papa ni krama. Yes,
so no trend you.
Or no, we di kind crowd this AFN is saying projection number about the polls our year. I think Haruna was leading, followed by Tuforsen, and somebody else was also. Now say your vice president no krama. I no friend is saying Jina Nade. She was nowhere closer to the game. And Haruna there, he's been projected as the possible flag bearer for the NDC come 2028. Now man for baby anticipate or no. And also said Julius Debra, chief of staff. But no say polls. I think they're not Otosu 4 or 5. Yes, and you know, as it stands now, it is Haruna or nobody else. And so what to say Haruna effect in a trend or social media so there, then you should know say this is the more reason why Haruna Honorable Haruna Iddrisu, the educational minister, what trend X so Nana, do you think say it's the right time to push this agenda?
Yes, you see the NDC have learned so much, and sometimes I was telling you something earlier today before a show, and they say, you know, most of the things are personally me coach you right now. No, I see it as a lesson. So it could be whenever I say this all the time, whenever you're going through something, you can look at it from two angles. So I will go through no. And what's said two, and now two, what you are going through, no, you are going to learn something from it. Into me, whatever I'm going through now, I'm asking myself, I'm learning from all of these things. A critical example was an issue we had with a due and a fear that it was here sorted out. And we were like, why haven't we adopted this measure of every day sipping and putting a standing order there? Yeah, they two accounts. So yeah, there are two every man. Into be do hono. But if you are not going through this, then there be a police car to baby meet me see how this is scanning now. So the same thing for NDC. When NDC went into opposition, they've learned a lot of things. One of the things that NDC for learning is yenye Ghana for pay. Simple. NDC for they came see dollar na yenye they bet me be able to bring the dollar down. Oh, sisi anu mbofra no mo se omu twa bet ejuma ni ho yenyi bet tax ni fi ho Ghana for say taxes no do so munyi fi ho Ghana for so mun pay either bi fi ho. You see Ghana for so mun pay dum so okay there na ebe let's channel all the resources into dum so in kola no more SHS no mo se eduane no enye correct yen mo eduane me nua be honest. Since our NDC eba so have you heard any SHS students complain about food? The last time personally, I hear a story about SHS. No? The students were applauding His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for the good food or the bar. Have you heard first? So many food shortages in Tui and Kofoka. Have you heard? Have you heard of nurses going on strike? Menoka say just this week. Nurses for forms or motono, ya chim or school fees, ya chim. First year tertiary students, so they are not paying fees. Mahama has done everything Okaso obey. All that he has to do is protect the dollar, protect the seed. Not seed, and what between 13 to 15 and 14 and one no. Elections we win here. There's nothing for him to do again. At the end of John Dramani Mahama Kasa obey on ye catch him. Why you so all he has to do is to stabilize the country, not as a country in any say. That is all that he has to do. So they are saying, okay, if John Dramani Mahama, why don't we bring Haruna Iddrisu and post nearby? And that is the, I don't know, NDC is now behaving like the NPP. And NPP is now acting like the NDC. The NDC is now acting like a party of, like, the party of elites. And the NDC is, look at the gurus, the NPP before you say a line. Abronye. NDC third vice chairman, Obi Kevin Taylor Aka said, oh yeah, Sala Nentria. Now so I 15 minutes video to talk some Sala Nentria. Look at this issue. Dennis Abuaji miracle. Me lusu poto see abe catch say Musa Dankwa post no they buy and you're legitimate. You are not correct. What am I say? Share your friend say, chairman to me. You don't know what is really going on. So the party elite for no omu party nim. And now NDC is so attractive. And we don't know what is going on in the new patriotic party. That is why I like your friend is saying in Sema Martin Pebu Ekan said it is high time the NDC, the NPP sit back and analyze themselves. Let us break the whole thing. And in beside we say, where did we go wrong? Some approach no more from the top to down and do it from the bottom to the top. Because see an party na pan some throw ABC fame. It don't work. You start from the bottom. And they don't see anything wrong with whatever is going on. Well, we just leave them. They don't see anything wrong with what is going on. They don't see anything wrong with what is going on. And then you team. 2028, me vote Yamaku for Adopen. What I say, me vote man way back or standing for me vote man. So and yes, I mean Haiti NPP and BBSA, but the party is in a position and you're nice. They need to sit down, have a retrospect, and do something better. But unfortunately, they feel say, and we have some people you can't jegum near Kanabaumian, Nasumian, and the son of Lucy, and now they are doing the same thing. Yeah.
I will say, just say at this point, the NDCs are on track. Yes, they are on track. They are on track. Now, still on the NDC for case, our here, Honorable Fine Man, the icon of Ningo Pram Pram, the member of Parliament, Edema Ningo Pram Pram. Or no any who knows screens. He's a very nice man,
Handsome man.
Very, very, very handsome man. But he's trending again. The entire pay air trending on. Ubebusa said, why? Has it got to do something with LGBT and because they say no pioneer the amount for expect to say on better say or kasa the afaho. But fortunately, unfortunately, yen minister or say I can say a member of parliament or say a minister the communication technology and digital innovation. Na no data hun sensema wo bon homodene. Na na de wo de nsem foforo eno ode aba enkwa edibi eba. Wo kire mu say de edro no. Airtel Tigo. I friend 80. Any Telecel. Ye be ka bom say na ye na collabo. Na man folks say, hey, that's a company back. They be you collaborate like I don't understand.
Say they be a breaky. They be a breaky.
Company back. They be a collab. At a point this morning when I saw it's not my confused kakra. I say my say Airtel. Na Airtel na Vodafone. Ana.
They be. So what happened was initially, the first network about Ghana was Space Phone.
And then
and a space phone. No be space phone be Ariba. But now Vodafone one touch.
Okay, yes, one touch. Vodafone.
So guys say maybe apart from seeing you use phone use card.
Yes.
Phone boot.
Yes, phone boot. It was one touch.
Yes. One touch no echi no eno motor ya Vodafone beto ya
rebranding
Vodafone. But there was also another network I buy, Zane. And a Glow so buy.
It's a Glow. They say metete said that so na nam.
But instead that any yisa and the MTN have stayed all
Airtel no ofihi ne buy.
Airtel was there previous. Now Airtel was Zane.
Zane no mo de be Airtel.
And na Kasapa.
Kong.
Tigo.
Okay, yes, Kasapa be Tigo. Inti Yekufu ado buy no sha. Airtel no na friend say na hoodin wo form. Na Tigo no so hoodin no or collaborate Airtel ne be Airtel.
Exactly.
Na Vodafone for rebranding no be Telecel. Ne say no Sam George Ekache say o san the Airtel Tigo ne e2 dada no. O san ba ko be kan na be Airtel.
So Airtel Tigo was not really doing well.
Okay, yes.
When Tigo was not really doing well, the Ministry of Communication then under Yemame Eslousu said say be wise say company never call extinct, but because as a country you have an obligation to make sure that the company survive.
Okay.
Penas as a whole no. In as much as it is not really ours. Government of Ghana can seize it and operate it within their own. To show the laws of Ghana, as I say, everything, nothing really belongs to any person.
Okay.
Anything at US, no. Me no can say Intel computer near the US for Akoto, 50%. So the Ministry of Communication then under the leadership of Eslousi says, Airtel beko extinct or muntimi ento muntimi renew our license kanya they were run out losses yen kanya fambo Tigo and yen 80 Airtel Tigo.
Okay.
Airtel Tigo no so still yen so and then untushwe skins no so before a better comment or say government to merge 80, that's Airtel Tigo with Telecel. Minister assures 300 jobs will be retained. Inti Airtel Tigo no sisiano Airtel ni Tigo mabom no still na ye kanya omo nka ho. What am I saying? And you see, I say Telecel na first Vodafone no. Omo ton ya you see a company for abeto Telecel no. Still now they are struggling because partly government owned. It is still no more struggle no. And almost okay. Yeah, share market share now. MTN has a larger market share. Number one, MTN. Number two, Vodafone. That is Telecel. And number three, Airtel and Tigo. Boom. But you see, they want the Vodafone to have a larger market share. So Airtel Tigo is struggling. We'll merge it with a friend is saying Telecel. Na nina baba ye want. I don't know the name. Ye baba ye no. V80 na any VAT.
ATT.
They be VAT.
Se VAT be no. Se Vodafone na ye Telecel.
It's any tax.
ATT. Airtel to go Telecel. 80
square. That's what I say. But then there is a big issue with this.
Yes.
As a person, I did business administration at university. No. In fact, one of my thesis, my projects where a presentation was about this whole Airtel Tigo mess and Vodafone near MTN. You see, the problem is that whenever there's something is state-owned and are partly state-owned, the quality, the efficiency, the effectiveness, maybe to catch on authority say, your graphics, any near let's not even use Spinners, let's use Kojo Sheldon. Kojo Sheldon's graphics, then the style, the studio near the it is better than GTV. I'm telling you. Now you are not most streaming match here, see GTV pen and look at it once time. Even just look at 6 match. You watch it and you think you are still in 2001. How do I say? There's nothing new there. There's she and council share. But the ABC, friend say America Broadcasting Corporation, BBC is always on top of the game. They are always we all work in the media space. But Ghana, GTV is dead. So the issue with government-owned state enterprises is that there is lack of effectiveness. And some monopoly are not GTV have a encanning anywhere be. Now people are watching free to air and the digital space have transcended so much. Me no can say so far life here in go for 3,000 share so far. And go for 3,000 share no. I bet you say emu 10% cry in share TV. Obi wa cry TV oni. But or share updates. Exactly. It will be share updates here money enough for the day. Whereas anka first no, I just wa pon ko TV akọ enya possible but oti tree mu or ko ejuma ear portion aso otie That is how we are also serving people. So GTV and these government state agencies, they've not been able to transcend. And partly, a friend is saying it is due to a friend is saying some of the mismanagement. Now, say GTV staff, already in same by say they've declared their boss is it non-gratia or something? There's a term, a word for it. GTV boss.
Non-gratia, ex-gratia.
And yeah, ex-gratia. There's a term or mu use here. Nature say or more party say GTV boss no. Workers in a party say yen sake no.
Okay.
Yes, that may search it online currently. GTV boss. There's a particular term or mu use here. Just a GTV boss no. And the term no mu use here no. It's your back or by and obeka say a fake news and issues be a cost so I just say almost try some best solve it. Now we can see now say own fee. So what I say. So the state-owned enterprise, they are not helping. So what Samjo really needs to know is that, you see, at the internet MTN, even after all this time, still now MTN number one. MTN introduced Momo. As a company, you want to be innovative. As a company, you want to take risk. As a company, you need to have a core audience and produce quality service. Me, now me call Eastern Region, Miami Chrome. Me Vodafone, Emba. Obey your call, but ultimately browser. I had to use my MTN. Do you get what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the whole Ghana, your telecom, Nyema, telecom one touch, I transcend from Vodafone to NA. State-owned, partly state-owned.
Ghana Telecom.
What you say? And then Mbabe merge to Airtel Tigo. The core issue here is the quality of service.
It's not about the merge.
Meaning about your studio, I have washroom. They use Vodafone. Emba. Washroom. Me know because broadband you use to a fiber broadband. I use to this streaming live for studio. I say, you know what happened last month? Most of your production, they were not able to use it. You triaka 2,000 daily cities every month. Still, baby, you want me use. Your friend MTN, even though MTN or more you need to have say MTN, what they said was fiber and airback. But MTN service crown, it works here. You need issue just that you're paying broadband. So now we have to go and use another network, which is Elon Max. But the company, they don't see. May there will be a washer me be a Ghana or use Vodafone. Try calling the 100. The customer service, next will be picky.
Abrakran for pay Juma, Mubetimia form with Jumim, and the
customer service role. Yes, say, customer service is here. I catch you say on my phone. The time I'll be Vodafone customer service from 11 a.m. to 4:30. Sundays, Saturdays, they don't work. Which company does that? Share how much? Try calling MTN. We'll be picky.
Yeah.
Nti ahomache maame issue bi aton na wo sani ska na ska no wa messe number baako na eyewuo ne nkwa ade a then at the end of the day no o maame issue no o person frɛ MTN no na Vodafone no mo rectify abe frɛ say twen anopa weekend just a Monday. The company is stupid and not serious.
Sir is headed by a woman.
A woman. Now we call UPS in your program, business program, or G award. Now I'm saying, Mom, how can you give this woman award? How can you give this woman award? Near man award be brave CEO woman. Sometimes you just stereotype, no. The fact so or your bar or your CEO. And don't just say she's let's assess her by a job. Maybe Patricia Obonai or something. Please. Maybe you sue Vodafone. The service is horrible. It's horrible. So government merging enya who yet ha share now you know more kind profits. Ethiopia Airlines is making more than what Ghana is making the whole year in terms of tourism. The Ghana tourism
say airline
egu Ethiopia Airlines scan over something $1 billion no. Ghana the in tourism a whole year no and to Ethiopian Airlines. Ethiopia pufo we are they've been able to manage Ethiopia Airlines or Kenya Airlines.
Rwanda.
And Rwanda Airlines. Rwanda Air.
Yeah.
And here Tikrum has see. Yeah, Ghana Airways plane is see how Marina Moa.
And
yeah, excursion. Go for team to trade music videos.
And Udu KIA Rwanda Air, ni Kenya Air, ni ade no omaje hono.
What you say? So and anytime we think say so this is what we can do as a company and as a country. What we can do is to first of all make these kind of companies let's privatize them. Now, yema board of directors, yema CEO Omunyina any private owned. So like the government have interest in it, but we have no control about how the things go near the day. Yet the say, yeah, the amamo do the quality of service and give us profits. But on paper, but we control it. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. So these are issues. I mean, you be merge, upekra merge, MTN. You be yeah, as low yeah. MTN for a raise your price. Have it shrunk MTN market share? Yeah. For the bundle, no. I say, mama MTN bundle, why the din still MTN number one. A business. So Sam George, I know, sir, you're a very young man. Putting them together is not going to solve the issue. Mimi Nyanka, ye two na near branded Airtel Tigo, near from private people, no more manage. What I say, let's get a new board. Let's try something new. It can work. Target a particular demographic.
They should work on their friend is saying systems.
Yes.
They should work on it. They should check. Oh, say MTN the mechanic said the energy ni input we mo dey show mo systems to one normal send no message. We are doing a friend is saying servicing on this, that and that.
Vodafone. We normal send no say we are sorry. Me use Vodafone. Obe check ibu ha ye wo jumo na internet number. Ahomachi and enumere send no say oh our system went down and we fixed it. MTN will tell you the plan upgrade time.
Yes, they are always upgrading. Momo cry they be omo upgrade omo system. I say omo tighten security, omo check cables near there. They should check their systems, lining of cables near there nyina no more here. Now some emergency there. Well, we don't know what it will bring to the table there. But said and some judge should rethink this whole idea. It's not about the job retainment, are there, but assistant na Vodafone office here, yeah, tie koto broadband wo work is saying
yes.
Work is say kakra office kakra work is say omu 10 po. So it's not like they are employing a lot of people. And ejume bia no so to bia unya ensa. You need a lot of hands to do something. Sometimes it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality.
Yes.
But a do baby so ebi ne say ye pe customer service kwa ye nya bi. Enti mo mfa nkofo adwem no mo nya adwuma nan. That I think that will help. Anyways, that is just about it. Abusia there your communications minister. Edi amaye no chemu say collabo be a babe cost between Airtel Tigo and Tele. So be ko ebusa say Telecel Ghana Music Award no. Charterhouse because e wan kan boom ti yemfa ma Telecel obi mani.
That's a very big question. I know so I was say the answer. What I say. So media my advice to you say I've seen this over the years. It's not going to work. And the thing is your political science at university you have no business. You have you can be a minister, but then sometimes you'll be a business person. It's like we do phone, akomo be or a psychologist. So on repair mouth. It will work. A parallel back who work with the brain or then he or she tries to solve issues with the brain. And about also works with gadgets. So we need to look at all of this carefully now at the end of the day.
So that is all about it, for baby day. We'll still just hope there'll be a rethink and they will reconsider this idea of joining these companies together. And that will be